Alright YouTube, here's a fun one for you guys I drug in. It's a Kioti, I believe. Kioti CK27 compact tractor. Kind of neat rig. It's got a Kioti KL130 front end loader. And I got a box scraper on the back. Pretty neat. Does have a PTO. Here's the trailer it was drug in. It's a tandem, and the Ridgeline pulled this tractor in just fine. So, yep, got a box scraper. I don't know the brand of box scraper. I have no clue. It's old. It is a hydrostatic, so no gear shifting. Here's under here. I actually just cleaned it. There's absolutely no airflow through the radiator, and it's either transmission what I think is the hydraulic cooler in there. Got here's the engine. Sort of looks like my Lister Peter. Liquid cooled, of course. It's 28 horsepower. Let's see if I can zoom in on the plate there. Don't really know what any of that says. Kind of dirty and dark in there. But yeah, got an exhaust here. For some reason it was running low on coolant, so I'll have to check into that tomorrow. But it is a 3-cylinder. Little tiny thing in there. Coolant fill, your air filter's in here, big Donaldson air filter. Batteries up front like most tractors. You got your diesel fill right there through the hood. Yeah, nice little bucket. Actually doesn't look that bad compared to the rest of the tractor. Put this hood down here. Alright, there we go. Nice and down now. Obviously somebody tried to lift something a wee bit too heavy at this at one point, and it, I guess maybe cracked it or something, but you can see she's a little rough. Your hydraulic hoses for your boom, grab handles, rear lights. The only one that works, I believe, is that one. Rear triangle, this one's got the ROP system, box blade, of course. Okay, now for the fun part. Here's sort of what it looks like right here. Up in the machine, on this one, the air spring suspension doesn't work in the seat, but it works. So over here you have your PTO. I don't know if this is 1000, but I know it at least has 540 somewhere in here. I'm not using the PTO for anything. Here's your range selector. Got high, medium, and low down there, and I'll tell you that high, yeah, it's fast, but you cannot do any type of work in it. It's as soon as, like, if you, I was pulling that trailer with this thing, and it will not pull it in high very fast. It just sits there and chugs. I'll show you here in a video. But yeah, here's your range selector, your seat adjustment. Down there's your clutch. Pretty worthless. The only thing you use it for is changing ranges, PTO, and starting, pretty much. It's pretty useless on a hydrostatic. Your lights here, your blinkers. Pretty normal. Your headlights, which don't work on this one. Who knows why. Your hazards are down there. Your steering wheel. This one's really floppy for some reason. Here's your throttle, hand throttle. I would have liked to seen a foot throttle along with this machine. The other machines I've driven in the past were much bigger than this and were gear shift, and actually had a foot throttle, which I liked a little better. Or maybe a throttle that kind of works in conjunction with the hydrostatic. Here's your parking brake lock. I think, don't count me on this, but I think this is cruise control. I haven't used it at all. You got your brakes. You have independent brakes. I have them locked together, of course. Here's your bucket. This is bucket curl, bucket dump, bucket down, bucket up, and you have a float position right there. I'm not really sure what this does. It locks in. I think it has something to do with the height position, maybe, or maybe a what hydraulic valves you want to operate. I don't know. But yeah, this is your rear hydraulics, your linkage up and down. This is to keep the thing from rattling back and forth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really a whole bells and whistles tractor. It's meant for work, that's for sure. Here's its key, Kioti. Yep, and here's your ignition down there. I think I covered just about everything before we get going here. Seems to be a little toolbox back here, just miscellaneous nuts and bolts. But yeah, that's pretty much this tractor. But I guess we'll go for a quick stroll here. To start this, you want to put your foot in the clutch. It's a good habit to put it in neutral. You don't have to in this machine, but it's always good to put it in neutral. But yeah, this just, you can see, you got the oil pressure light. Oh yeah, I forgot to cover the dash. You got your gas gauge. I've worked 5 hours and that's how much I've used. Your RPMs and your engine temperature. You got a hydraulic oil light, maybe, temperature light, parking brake, PTO, glow plugs. I don't think this machine has glow plugs. Headlights, battery, low oil pressure. That's all the lights that this machine has. But yeah. Oh, and you got an hour meter down there. This one has 747 hours on it. So let's give it a little crank. Starts right up. Yeah, get off the machine. Parking brake's on, by the way. Sort of it running out here. I'll just clean the air filter, so maybe it'll run a little, radiator, so maybe it'll run a little cleaner. It's a very clean burning engine. Doesn't smoke at all. Go back on the seat here. Let's see, my parking brake's on. Tap that off. So we want to come up with the bucket, so we pull up. I'm going to curl it back a little bit. Down just a smidgen. Okay, so I'll show you guys what the creeper gear, granny gear looks like here. Of course, you can just dump the clutch, it doesn't do anything. But at idle, there's the creeper gear. There's the creeper gear. It's sort of, should probably, if you were to use a rototiller or something, this is the gear you'd want to use it in. But it's pretty standstill, and even revved up. That's max speed in low gear right now. Pretty slow. I don't know how fast it is. Somewhere around 6 miles an hour, maybe. Okay, so we'll throttle it back down there. Next, put the clutch in. You know, there's a neutral in between each gears. Sometimes it's hard to get it into gear here. There it goes. You got your medium speed, which is mostly where I do most of my work. Low, if I have to approach the bucket loader work, I'll put it in low. And a diff lock down here in 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive's right here. This is your diff lock. I think this is your PTO speed, which I don't use. But yeah, so now I'm in medium speed. I think this probably goes maybe 10, 11 miles an hour or so. We'll give this a shot here. Yeah, we're going to throttle it up a bit. Go full throttle so you can see how fast it goes. to mention the hydrostatic system works like most. You got 2 foot pedals, got reverse right here, forward right here. It's kind of a goofy system. Works though. There's medium at idle. Still really slow. But alright, time for the highway gear, or whatever you want to call it. See if I can grind the gears a little bit more here. There it goes, now it went in. Pop the clutch down. Alright, now we're highway gears. And I know for a fact, as you can see, I'm in highway, and it drops significantly. It has not much power in highway speed, high range. I can't tow that trailer. I had to start out on lower, get momentum, and then put it in high, but that's mainly for highway, only if you're on the tractor. Even if I have something heavy in the loader, it doesn't like moving. It'll just sit there and chug like it is now. Like that. Only stalled it once, so now let's full throttle and see its top speed. I think it's, I want to say it's probably about 12 miles an hour, so I think my other measurements were in kilometers, but I think this top speed's about 12 miles an hour. So we'll see what full throttle is. Speed there. Hopefully you're able to hear some of that or see some of that. Pretty peppy little machine for a Korean built. Kind of Kubota-ish if you ask me. But it works well. I mean, it's got 747 hours. That's not too bad, but for like a Korean machine, you know how things work. It's kind of smaller than what I'm used to and bigger than I'm used to, kind of in between. I've driven both up and down, but it's a nice little in-between machine. Nice to have around the house maybe. Mulching, moving dirt, you know how it is. But let's get some full speed again, full throttle, yeah? self-titled. Let's put the park brake on here. Parking brake is on. Put the box scraper down. And let's do some, well, let's just see how high the bucket can go. Yeah, about that high. I don't know what it looks like from the outside here. Take a gander at it. It's got pretty good height there. Not too shabby. Let's bring it on down. Bring it on, just pull back. Actually push forward, sorry. Let me see real quick if I can get a video of underneath the hood while the engine's running. Put you guys down for a second. Up here. There's the engine running there. Pulling good air now. It wasn't pulling very good air that last time. Somebody brush hogged with it. Didn't clean it out. At about 1,000 RPMs there, so let's shut it down. Alright, you guys, I'll take requests for this machine until probably tomorrow around 10 or 9ish somewhere. If you're seeing this the night it's published, and you want to see anything about this tractor, or maybe do some work, see it do some work. Unfortunately, I didn't film any of the work, but yeah, I can probably squeeze in a video or two of it doing something cool, something like that. It's definitely a mean machine. It comes in at like 3,100 pounds or something like that, and it maxed out the Ridgeline pretty well. Ridgeline can haul 5,000. I think that trailer's probably about 1,000 pounds or so. That's a guess. It's tandem. That's no trailer brakes either, and Ridgeline doesn't have a brake controller, so. It was all on the truck. So yeah, let me know if you want to see anything else in this very short time period. So yep, thanks. Comment, rate, subscribe. Give me a like. Thanks.